How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here with another episode of The X-Files. It's episode 23 of Season 1. The penultimate episode for Season 1. So, should be exciting to see what's going to happen over these two episodes. So, yeah, it was really great stuff in terms of episode 22. There were, of course, reminiscences to past episodes, but it was really great stuff. So, yeah, but I'm really excited to see how we are going to go with this episode. And then the finale of Season 1. Will it be setting up some big things for Season 2? What's going to happen? We'll have to wait and see. With that said, though, let's get into episode 23 of The X-Files, Season 1. Let's go.
Here, let me do it. Put your number in, then your card.
Alright, don't be a dick. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I see where this is going. Oh no.
Stop typing! Roland!
Oh shit! Roland! Oh no! Remember that GTA 5 mission? Well... Oh my god, what? It could be nasty, folks! Might want to clean up in there, Roland, just saying. What's fucked is, I'm sure I read a story, the other week, actually, about something similar happening, but it was, of course, a plane turbine. So, yeah, but you know, I just get, like, GTA 5 flashbacks by that one woman, that you had to chase down and all of that, because she was doing some shady shit, and then she gets swept into the plane turbine, and you see all the guts and all of that shit fizzle out the other end, I believe. So, yeah.
A member of your team died a short time ago, isn't that correct?
Yes. Arthur Green. He was killed in an automobile accident in November.
Well, according to the police report, he was the only other person here last night.
Roland didn't do that.
How do you know?
Let's just say Roland isn't exactly a rocket scientist.
Jesus Christ. Are they gonna, like, take the piss out of his, like, disability and all of that? And they're like, oh, he's not a rocket scientist and all of that. And yet he wrote down that equation that could solve their problems, maybe.
He must like stars.
147.
Sorry?
147.
Stars.
Oh, did he count? Jesus. Wait, was that the future? Because I'm sure that...
The person we can prove was in the lab that night.
Yes, but we're talking about a sophisticated fluid dynamics equation. Roland Fuller barely has an IQ of 70.
Well, you saw his facility with mathematics.
He was
Don't
able
some
to count the
autistic
shit. No,
individuals
even 2
display
seconds.
Unusual abilities.
Yes, but even savants behave only as...
This is going to absolutely hit. Big time. As someone who's an autistic person himself and all of that. Yeah. Oh! 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 Is his... Fuck! Oh! You know what? I'm getting very scary. Like, there's flashbacks. Jason X, I think the movie was. Remember that? Like, it was the one where it was in space. Really, really. Yeah. And I remember one of the deaths being involved with like, I think it was nitrogen and all of that. And then he bashed the victim's head onto a surface and all of that, and her face came apart. I remember it's giving me hard deja vu here, because, yeah, that's fucked.
At 12:31 last night.
But look, someone else entered a file under the name Arthur after 12:31.
And worked on it for nearly 5 hours.
Well, that's not Roland.
Well, it couldn't have been Keats. Access the Arthur file, we're gonna need the password.
Try 15626.
What Roland wrote down. Just a hunch. Just a hunch.
Roland has been continuing his work for the 6 months since he died.
Roland.
How did you know what the password was?
Shit. Damn. Oh shit.
Roland,
Wait, was that maybe...
why did you sleep in your clothes last night?
Oh, and you got more shirts than I do.
Oh.
I think this one would look styling today. What do you think?
Green one,
Green one?
please.
Mrs. Doty, can I talk to you?
Fuller was hired by Arthur Grable. He went to the halfway house specifically to find a mentally challenged person.
Specifically?
Are you suggesting that Arthur Grable hired Roland in order to use him? Then are you suggesting that Arthur
What
Grable
the
is not dead?
fuck?
Cum laude in physics, doctoral and postdoctoral in aeronautical engineering at Harvey Mudd.
So he surely must have faked
Brilliant
his death
future,
somehow,
tragically
but
cut
what about
short.
the visions that Roland's having?
Roland's also from Seattle. He spent most of his life at the Heritage Halfway House.
Are they
The
brothers?
identity of his parents has been sealed by the courts.
Because we saw
There's very
that
little information
dream
on
that Roland
before the age
had.
of 3. That's what.
When I dream. People can do anything in a dream, you know. Once,
I've regenerated in dreams.
one time I had a dream we were married.
Oh boy. This just breaks your heart. Oh.
Arthur would still have to be alive.
Could he have faked his own death?
No.
The police report on the auto accident that killed Arthur Grable is woefully incomplete.
Woefully.
The dry road
Oof.
surface, no mechanical problems found. The body was never admitted to a county morgue, and there was no funeral.
Bit suspicious. Is it not?
Because of the massive internal damage to his body caused by the car accident, we could only preserve the head.
Wait, unless
Didn't
it
your
was
client find it somewhat
staged.
inconvenient to be thawed out in the future only to discover he had no functional mobility?
I
Ah.
believe that by the time science figures a way to revive our clients,
You'll also know how to clone new bodies.
Yeah, put a
Exactly.
new body or
this technology is
cyborg or
progressing
some
faster than
shit.
anyone thought possible.
Is it possible the brain is causing the fluctuation?
No. But we are looking for the explanation.
Oh, that
But
could
the patient's in
explain
no
it,
danger. He
maybe.
remains perfectly preserved as long as there's liquid nitrogen in the capsule.
Maybe that's how he's keeping in contact with Roland. I don't know.
A mustache?
No, there's the whole beard.
Shit.
Next.
Close cropped hair with a slightly receding widow's peak.
I always love this sequence. Like, we've seen it before in season 1. Where they were trying to
Those
find
glasses.
someone in relation to Mulder, of course. Like his past.
That's
So cool.
Roland.
Give or take, he was asking me questions I didn't want to answer. And I had to leave. I couldn't find my father.
Oh, Mulder. Oh. I think that was legit.
Just like what's happening to you. You're the spaceship, Roland. And your dreams are the controls.
Oh.
Have you seen this man
He
recently?
runs the controls. Oh, there we go. It's like a trigger. Like, he's so disguised as well.
Keep Roland under observation.
Shit.
Well, have you ever thought about calling one of them all day long and then all of a sudden the phone rings and it's one of them calling you?
Does this pitch somehow end with a way for me to lower my long-distance charges?
I believe in psychic connections, and evidence suggests that it's stronger between family members, strongest of all between twin siblings that share the same womb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Which
But
ties
in
in
this case,
well
one
with,
sibling has closer ties to a frozen fudgesicle than he does to
Arthur
his own
in
brother.
Arthur
the
Grable
ice
is
tank.
not dead. He's in a state of consciousness.
What's his deal? What is his deal? Guy's shifty. You, what the fuck? Oh shit! You've seen those visions like, I'm dying. Your bro's dying.
Very early in the embryonic stage, when a mutation in one cell is rejected by the other cells as foreign.
So that maybe Roland's condition is the result of a damaged chromosome rejected by one of Arthur's cells?
In a way, that would explain Arthur's genius and Roland's strange mathematical gift.
In a way.
Ooh, interesting. Shit. Mark 14. It's like he was phasing out, wasn't? Oh shit! Yeah, it was like he was phasing out, but now the temperature's getting colder. It's like, shit, Roland, he got it to Mach 15 and beyond.
Took my work.
Ah, shit.
What good was your work going to do you? You died before you could finish it. Before
You assholes.
It was mine. I got it. That's it.
Shit.
I've got it.
We need to pull out a gun. Oh, he's gonna give him a taste of Mach 15, isn't he? Shit.
Roland, you've got to help him or he's going to die.
Come on, don't do this to Roland.
Wave goodbye, Arthur.
Don't do this to Roland. Yeesh. Sheesh. Scully. Oh, there we go. Shit. I guess Alpha's grasp on Roland's gone now. Oi.
And has completed the calculations.
How? We're not sure, Mrs. Stody. All we know is that Roland was somehow able to finish his brother's research.
That's it, they have to find a fine line between...
Keep my stars.
I love you.
You too.
So it's kind of like looking at a version of yourself, isn't it? Like a twin, yeah. Jeez. Oh, that was rough. Like, I felt so bad for Roland. Well, this is going to be interesting to go into, in terms of my thoughts and my review. Because, obviously, there are going to be people who are watching this knowing that I am part of the autistic spectrum, and, yeah, it does feel a bit, I don't know, kind of 50-50 in a sense, because there is the idea of, okay, well, you've got some kind of X-Files related way of having this autistic person be able to get the thing running to Mach 15 and all of that. On like that, this is what I'm talking about in terms of outside the supernatural, those who do not believe in all of that, those who will just think you're crazy. Like if you went full Mulder, basically, like in what was it, Tombs, when Mulder said nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right? And that kicked him up the backside because he was full honest, right? And everyone just thought, is he for real? So yeah. So on a like, I guess, a natural level, when you just ignore the supernatural, you just think that this is someone who's autistic, who's just displaying extraordinary abilities and all of that. Like, how you got it to Mach 15? Oh damn. Although of course Nolette, I think his name was, knew that this was Arthur. But still, on a level, like even when they were explaining to the, I guess, supervisor of the house, the person running the place, like they try to keep things from they said half truths basically, in terms of Roland had some kind of influence, maybe. So yeah. But they didn't explain, yeah, from his brother in a cryogenic chamber and all of that. Yeah. So there is that kind of idea in mind. However, it does. This is what I'm talking about in terms of half and half, especially when it comes to autism and all of that. There does seem to be a bit of an idea of someone, like there does seem to be a bit of an iffy idea of someone puppeteering someone who is already at a bit of a disadvantage in the world and all of that, because that's it. I mean, autism is a spectrum, but it can still be a very, very difficult place no matter where on the spectrum you are. So there's already a bit of a vulnerability to Roland, and now you've got Arthur controlling him basically and putting him in trouble, and it kind of does have a bit of a icky. I had that moment in what was it, by minute 20, somewhere along those lines, but it was like when you kind of got the idea that yeah, he is part of the spectrum. And you know, these deaths are happening, as well as the fact that we were getting into you know, I don't think he would be doing it, like he would do this and all of that. There was this idea of, I want to see where they go, because I don't want like this show. I mean, given it's the 90s, so some things are gonna, as I am aware, especially with certain topics, like I guess the LGBTQ plus community. You think back to episode 14, I think it was. Some things are just going to age horribly and all of that. And yeah, it was the 90s, but of course you're watching this and you're like, so yeah. And it's going to be the same here. And I was just thinking, I don't want this show to kind of do autism in a very bad manner, because, I mean, it's not just the fact that, being autistic, especially in 2025, is already a bit of a difficult ask anyways. But it of course is a lot worse back then, isn't it? So yeah, in terms of like how people treat those who are on the spectrum and all of that. So yeah, you don't want them to yeah, and of course this is something that is going to mean near and dear to me in terms of like representing autism and all of that, because it's been a thing that has been associated with me since birth. I know, you know, when it comes to I guess LGBTQ plus themes and all of that, that is also something that means near and dear to me. But of course, being autistic and all of that, I think for me that does present a bit more challenge, especially since it can still be a very, very difficult thing to navigate. I'm coming up 31 in a couple of months, and it can still be a bit of a difficult thing for me to navigate. So, day to day. So, yeah. So, when they did, like I said, the whole situation where, well, yeah, Arthur is doing... I mean, yeah, he did rescind, pardon me, but it's still, you know, what he did and all of that, and puppeteering his brother who was already vulnerable. It just, yeah, oh, yeah, it just feels a bit okay. So yeah, and not just that though, but it does like, of course, with Roland there was that moment where he is able to they do showcase that he does have intellect and all of that, instantly counting, what was it, the number of stars on what Scully was wearing, instantly, just like that. So they're not outright saying, which is great, that he is dumb or anything like that, but it just feels a little that they are trying to put, okay, well, he needs his brother's assistance and all of that. So yeah, that their intellect is not from his own accord. So when, of course, and again, the spectrum's out there, but people that do have autism, they can be very intellectual and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I mean, obviously this episode was gonna hit home, big time. So yeah, but I mean, I felt like, especially with the whole cryogenic thing, I mean, it would be a good idea anyways, in terms of like that concept in its own, in terms of controlling people. No one thinks to bat an eye, especially, well, this person's dead. So yeah, and it's kind of messed up, isn't it? Like, especially in terms of the fact that he did die and all of that. First we were thinking, did he fake his death or whatever? So yeah, but I think they just said like his mind is preserved, cryogenically preserved and all of that. And yeah, of course they did talk about especially the sibling bonds and all of that, and how that could be a very that can be a very influential impact in terms of you know, psychic abilities and whatnot. So yeah, but still, it's very surreal stuff. Like, especially in terms of I mean, cryogenics can be it's something that, you know, you expect a show like this to go into. So yeah, but yeah, what I did really love as well is Mulder's approach to Roland throughout this episode. I mean, there were moments where Scully was comforting him as well, but Mulder definitely had his, like, especially with when he was, you know, talking to him, questioning him. There was that spaceship thing, I think it was. It looked like a spaceship anyways. When we were getting to the gist of Arthur controlling him, but there were moments where, you know, Mulder did see the vulnerabilities Roland was going through. So yeah, but yeah, and yeah, it's just really, really, it was just really, really great stuff. So it's not like this episode did autism completely dirty or whatever. Of course, you do feel that some things do tread the line a little bit. I don't know, because again, I do like the idea as well, like in terms of, well, not everyone's going to believe in the X-Files. Not everyone's going to believe in the supernatural. You can't explain shit like tombs and all of that to an average Joe, and they'll be like, understood. Although they could do, but in a very condescending way, like, yeah, let's not talk to him. So yeah, but of course, as a viewer, it does feel like, well, he can't. Yeah, that he can showcase his smarts, but he needs that little bit of help and all of that. So yeah, as well as the fact that you're puppeteering someone vulnerable and all of that. So it just it does feel really, really awful in really for Arthur to do that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he did rescind, but still, the idea you're using your brother's hand as a puppet basically to carry out your revenge scheme is a bit dodgy, buddy. So yeah, but yeah, it was the actor who did play Roland, I did feel like did a really, really good and heartfelt job. So. And you did really empathize with him, so especially during the manipulation that he was going through, and just like I said, you just felt so bad for him. So yeah, but yeah, it was just very interesting going into this whole situation. So yeah, like I said, the whole. I guess brain in a jar? Yeah, brain in a jar. In a cryogenic jar. And the way that Nolette was trying to sabotage that whole shit. So that's interesting. It is interesting though, because he was trying, like, it's kind of like he got a bit of an inkling in terms of Arthur is doing this from, I guess, essentially beyond the grave. And so he's trying to, cut that from any kind of any kind of well, he did have that little talk when it came to Mulder, didn't he? And there's a little sense of paranoia, so he tries to make the container a bit warmer, thus killing Arthur once and for all. So yeah, but of course at first you don't think, okay, he could psychologically project thoughts into his brother, for example. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen with that next episode, how we're going to set things up. But I thought this was pretty great. Like I said, yeah, I do feel a bit half and half with the autism representation. But again, I don't think the actor played him badly or anything like that. I just feel like it's absolute, like, Arthur himself is messed up in a sense. So yeah, because like I said, obviously those with autism, they, like, no matter on the spectrum, it's not easy. So yeah. And I mean, to be fair, full on, I guess, manipulation, no matter who you are, it is messed up in a set. But for, like, those with disabilities, those who are vulnerable, it can be a bit insensitive from him. So, but even so, out of like, I guess, behind the scenes or whatever, in terms of conducting this idea of having Arthur control someone who is on the spectrum and all of that, it can potentially be offensive and all of that, maybe. So yeah, but I felt like it was a more half and half situation. I didn't hate it, but I'm not like, you know what, this is, the greatest representation of autism ever and all of that. So it's half and half in my opinion. So yeah, but it was very interesting in this episode. So yeah. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!